What up, Shredder? Christian from Shred School coming to you from Denver, Colorado, and today we're going over the top 6 snowboard moments from last season. You're not going to want to miss number 4. But first, subscribe to the channel, hit notifications, and smash that like button. Alright, let's get into it. Last season was different because the year before the pandemic hit and the ski resorts closed down early for the first time in my entire life. And a lot of us didn't know, are we even going to be able to snowboard this year? So my number 6 moment of last year is the ski resorts actually opened. I know we were all holding our breath, but we just had to pop on those masks, go up there, and we shredded it. But towards the end of the season, we had another breakout in Whistler Blackcomb, and they did end up shutting down early. Luckily here in Colorado, everything stayed open and we got to shred. The next season is looking even better. They're taking away the dreaded reservation system. The number 5 moment from last year is Mark McMorris winning the natural selection contest and drones, specifically FPV drones, changing the name of the game when it comes to televised contests. So natural selection, if you didn't watch it, was a fresh tracks powder only contest where the super pros went and they rode a natural slope style course covered in fresh powder. I think if there's one thing we all learned from this contest is that riding powder is really hard because we saw our favorite pros struggle to even put a run together. But the best of the best stomped their whole run. We saw some amazing first hit stomps like this front 7 from Gigi Roof. And we saw Mark McMorris prove to the world that he's not just a perfectly groomed slopestyle kid. He came out and dominated and actually won natural selection, which is unbelievable that he can dominate 2 different aspects, 2 different disciplines like that. I know it's a similar slopestyle course, but one is powder and one is park, and those are 2 completely different things. Okay, the number 4 snowboard moment from last season was Dusty Henriksen winning the Knuckle Huck Jam in the X Games contest. Now, the cool thing was he did a trick that no one had really seen before. He did this half cab tail block front flip thing, stomped it, won the contest, and then came back the next day and won slopestyle. Now, all of this at only 17 years old. How do you get that good, that young? I have no idea. But if you look at the top slopestyle riders, they get younger and younger. I gotta give a shout out to some of the old guys in there, though, that are still going strong. Now, after we saw Dusty do this new trick that people had never really seen before, which, you know, we see new tricks all the time where they're usually just adding another 180 or 360 and it looks pretty much the same, but this was something original. And after we saw Dusty do it, we saw lots of super pros mimicking him on Instagram in the weeks to come. The number 3 snowboard moment from last year was Shaun White bailing out of X Games and then coming back to ride his first contest in I think 3 years and placing not first but fourth, but first out of all the Americans. Now, first of all, I was convinced before X Games even happened that it was just a publicity stunt that he was coming back to ride the contest. I really didn't think he'd actually show up. So when he announced that he wouldn't be riding because of a knee injury a week before, I was not that surprised. Now, we could blame Shaun, or we could say this is probably X Games' fault. They probably said, let's just say he's gonna ride in it even if he's not, or maybe he really did just have a freak knee injury he didn't expect. But to his credit, he did come back and ride a contest after that at 34 years old. And that's the cool part about this because, like I said, the contest circuit is getting younger and younger. He's riding against 15-year-olds in there. He's 34, he comes back, he gets first out of the Americans, 4th in the contest, which, if you ask me, is quite impressive because you have those little Japanese kids that are some of the, you know, snowboarding that I didn't think was possible. They can go higher than anyone I've ever seen and do the craziest tricks. So for him to come in 4th at 34 years old, first contest back, I'd say that's respectable. Whatever you think of him, love him or hate him, he is one of the GOATs. The number 5 snowboard moment from last year was Valentino Gusoli. Valentino, I hope I'm saying that right, breaking the world record for the highest halfpipe air at 15 years old. And like I mentioned, 15-year-olds, he did break Shaun White's standing record when he did this. And the cool thing was he did it on a frontside air. Now, it's one thing to do it on backside air where you're looking down and you can see the landing the whole time. To do it on a frontside air, you're looking over that front shoulder and there's a lot higher risk that you come down wrong on that heel side edge, you deck out, you've fallen backwards, whatever. So for him to do it frontside, I thought was really impressive, and props to the kid for breaking a world record at 15. Look for big things. I did see he broke his wrist already this season on Instagram, but he's coming back strong already. Look for big things from him this year. The number 6 moment was Sage Kotzenberg winning Rider of the Year and Real Snow. Now again, this is contest kids proving they can do anything. He came up on the scene winning Olympics, doing some really original tricks. But Sage actually quit riding contests and just started riding POW, and now he's proven he can be the rider of the year, riding crazy, insane backcountry jumps like Chad's Gap. But one of the coolest things was he took all these crazy tech, really difficult tricks in the backcountry and he did them regular, and then he did them switch. It reminded me of David Benedict's part back in the day when he would go backside 900, switch backside 900, and his whole part was regular and then switch. So Sage, maybe paying homage to David Benedict, went out there and did the same thing, but with some really crazy tech tricks. Go watch that part if you haven't seen it yet. And a bonus, my top moment from last year was Shred School launching for the very first time and finishing up the season with over 200 tutorials to show you how to do the tricks you've been dreaming of without getting hurt. So the next time you show up to the mountain, your friends ask, when did you get so good? If you want to start getting better at snowboarding, not waiting until the season starts or the next time you try the mountain, but actually today, go ahead, click through this video and check out Shred School to start getting better at snowboarding right now. So those are the top 6 moments from the snowboard season last season. Which one do you think was your top snowboard moment, or did you have your own? Put it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you on the next one. Peace out, Shredder.